This NFL Props Week 9 edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code SGPN.
Hi, this is Merrill Hodge, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, baby.
Cox. He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Over.
It's a baby fucking wheel, man. San Diego Superchargers.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, second the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, real money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
Well, I want to apologize to anyone who is tuning in to hear the serious conversation that we were going to have on the show about last week's ladder. Of course, shout out to the Broncos. Shout out to Troy Franklin.
Yes,
ladder came in.
Troy Franklin smashed for CJ.
Well, if you're a prop show listener, you would have known that to be my ladder.
Oh, okay.
If you are a VSiN listener, you might be confused and be like, "Wait, that's the Laddie Daddy's ladder."
CJ did give out a. You and CJ were on the same ladder channel. He gave it, or you gave it out on the prop show, right? And then he gave it out on VSiN.
For it to happen just weeks after CJ claiming stolen valor.
Stolen. At least he was on record with his selection.
On the VSiN show, I also hit the 2 touchdowns for Troy Franklin. So
dog.
Worth noting.
We were a big Troy Franklin show. Yeah, CJ's out today. He's got a showdown in San Diego. So if you're watching live, go check him out there in San Diego. And Kramer,
I guess we'll have to have that conversation next week.
Is he dodging you? The man in the box is now the man on the run.
Feels a little bit like, I mean, Sean, how many prop shows has he missed?
This is the first one, I think, or in a long time.
You know, you watch a lot of Forensic Files. Sometimes the simplest answer is the correct answer.
CJ,
good prop show.
San Diego, or is he going south of the border? Is he on the lam? Did he take his CJ mentioned, like, when we were having the fires, his go bag was just like some Circa tickets, and he had a very hilarious go bag of like what was essential for the CJ lifestyle. That's a lot of pending tickets.
I can't give it out for security reasons, but there is an element of the like go procedure in the Kramer household that is pretty hilarious because it involves grabbing like a bunch of like random like paraphernalia and gambling related things, crypto related things. Just
it's a go. It's 100% go every time. Liam Cohn.
Some things are bolted to the ground, so you got to like empty them versus.
Yes, we do have an APB out for the Laddie Daddy, but he has confirmed for the VSiN show. So. Good reason to tune in.
Maybe that's when we have
the VSiN show tomorrow night, 10:00 East, 7:00 Pacific. You can get it on Sirius XM channel 158, YouTube TV, VSiN.com. So a lot of ways to watch.
A ton of radio stations. Yeah, there's a bunch of local markets that air VSiN. So fun bonus show. We give out bonus ladder stuff. We play sports betting blackjack. CJ calls in, gives out his ladder stuff. We do our first any and many, our TD segment where we show you our TDs. So a lot of fun there, man. Yeah,
and we're live from the Circa.
Talk about football,
which I just saw Olan in the chat saying, "Hey, if I make it out to Vegas, will you guys hang out with me? Will you guys be out there?" Sure. Every Friday night we're out there doing our show for VSiN at the Circa. Great time to hang out. Anytime after the show's done, down to have a couple cocktails, play some craps, watch Ryan play the NFL slot machine.
We can do this too. We can help the audience. If you're going to come hang out, we are willingly hanging out with you.
Yes,
we're like there's no need.
Kramer, firm handshake.
There's no need to act like you don't need to act like you're wasting our time. Like we're hanging out at the Circa. You're hanging out at the Circa.
I love
everything is cool. You don't need it. Just advice for anyone who wants to visit. Even the props we lost last week, Sean.
Devin Neal, 15-1 on the anytime. He played 46% of the snaps. Process was good. I got us on the right side of that
one. Yes. Good times. As
nice
always.
Work. The ASCII art, beautiful.
You're probably the only one who knows the ASCII art references.
You brought boobs up on the.
And Kramer goes, "What's the best emoji to associate with boobs?" Now I think cherries are technically the boob emoji, but I said
cherries. Okay.
I said you got to do the old school. You got to do the parentheses, space, dot, space, parentheses.
It's called
and
ASCII art.
Yeah. No one knows ASCII art.
Okay.
I'm sure there are.
You know
some,
what? Comment on the show on Spotify, letting Sean know that you know what ASCII art is.
Yeah, outing yourself as a massive nerd.
Is that a nerd thing?
No, it's a cool guy thing.
I mean,
think about all the cool kids in high school who are, the quarterback of the football team. He's also big into ASCII art.
Yeah, we're not going to have real bridges to tag up in the future. It's only going to be ASCII art, Sean.
All right, perfect start to the Troy Franklin because that is where my first prop is.
Really?
I'm fading Troy Franklin this week. Troy Franklin under 45.5 receiving yards. This to me, he had a great game, career game, most receiving yards in his career. He tied it,
nailed it.
You guys, it was a good spot to play him. I just think
you guys,
you and CJ.
Well,
CJ was
me first, and then CJ.
Ryan, if you score the first touchdown, the anytime still count, right?
Yeah.
Troy Franklin under 45.5 receiving yards. This is just you're going up against this Texans passing defense, and it's a crazy. You are at home against the worst passing defense. Now you're going on the road against one of the best passing defenses. He did have an 89-yard game earlier this year. He followed it up with 8 receiving yards the following game. So I just think this is a crazy ask. And Troy Franklin hasn't been super efficient for the most part of the season. I think that Cowboys game was because the Cowboys suck really hard, and it was a great spot to play him. But on the opposite side, I don't think he's going to get to 46 yards come Sunday. So give me Troy Franklin under 45.5 receiving yards.
Yeah, I was going to say, I always like to look up where the number is closed recently to see, because you can pretty easily see, this is a number that's just got. Right, so he was at his opening season number was 18.5 for reference. His number against the Eagles was 32.5. So
yeah, I mean, I think that's
pretty big bump.
I think probably like 37, 38, just the 45.5. I think.
I mean, last week, I think 30.5 is where my ladder started.
That's a crazy bump in one game.
So,
and you're playing them, and it's a much harder spot for them.
Correct.
Kramer, what's your first prop?
Well, we've been fading running backs against the Browns. The Browns are on a bye.
Yep.
And so I realized that there's another team we should be doing this with, and it's the Seattle Seahawks.
Ooh, okay.
They have been a disaster for running backs. If you go look at just teams against them, the only team to get to 100 yards against the Seahawks was the Niners week 1. And it took them 31 carries to get 102 yards. The Steelers then went 20 for 69, 25 for 69 for the Saints. And then no one's hit 45 since.
Yeah.
Bill
Krosky,
JCM, Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, whatever you want to call him. They got him at 43.5. Now, Sean, if you had to guess, how many times has he gone over 43.5 on the season? This was a guy that was steamed all the way into like the 5th round of high stakes.
2 times, right?
2 times. That's a very good guess. He's actually gotten there 4 times.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
He's had his first game of the year against the Giants. He had 10 carries for 82 yards. He then had a 7 for 47, a 14 for 111, and a 17 for 61. Last week, he only had 9 carries, only 13 the week before that. Efficiency has not been there. The offense is breaking down a little bit, and perhaps it's the run game that's causing it to break down. I think this is just more trending this team, and really, Bill's not even playing on the passing downs, and so you're seeing a lot more of McNichols and other options out there. under 43.5. And I think maybe we'll start doing the Browns and the Seahawks in terms of fading the running backs because Seahawks have been very good.
Ryan, one of the one of the angles that you mentioned about teams that are really good against the running back. The Patriots are awesome against the running back, at least stopping them in the running game.
That changed quickly.
They haven't allowed a 50-yard runner so far this season. Kind of mentioned it when we did the game breakdown for the Pats and the Falcons, but on the opposite side, they're bad against pass catching running backs, and the Falcons need to get Bijan the ball. He's coming off a bad game. Stay tuned for possible ladder situations, but Bijan Robinson over 37.5 receiving yards. This is a bounce back spot for him. The Pats' weakness is linebackers covering running backs, athletic running backs in particular, out of the backfield. They're like 5th in yards allowed to the running back in the pass catching game. So yeah, give me Bijan Robinson over 37.5. This is a smash. If I've ever heard one, right?
Yeah, I think they're like 25th or 26th DVOA against the running back, and just eyeball test. Watch the games. You've been all over Bijan lately.
Yeah, and
a real Bijan honk.
Last week was a bump in the road, but going back this week and just playing the receiving yards.
19-1 on the offensive player of the year market right now. Buying or selling?
I don't know.
Basically where he was. Well, actually, he was like 15-1 preseason.
I mean, me personally, no, because if Jonathan Taylor gets hurt, and that's the only way I don't think he gets it seemingly at this point.
Yeah.
I have my Puka 20-1 that I'm just going to sit on.
Puka's back to 14-1.
Yeah.
I was considering maybe doing some when I hit at the slot machine this weekend.
Okay.
Investing in some futures.
What futures in particular?
The offensive player. I mean, I think Bijan and Puka are interesting prices based knowing that if Puka just gets back to what he was doing,
yeah,
he immediately becomes first in line, most likely to get it behind Taylor and he's a running back. You're betting it on a running back to have an injury, an older running back, a running back that was part of that doomed Zoom call. I mean, not a lot of what's that movie where people just constantly are having their death happen in slow motion? That's happening to all the running backs that were on that conference call.
Yeah, no, they had who was all on that? It was especially
Eckler,
last year.
Eckler was there.
Eckler, CMC when he was getting hurt.
McCaffrey, Barkley.
Barkley got injured that year, I think.
It was
a bad year.
Well, they got the money. And
the NFL knows what they're doing.
Whatever
right?
They sold their soul for.
All right. So I've given out 2 props.
Right,
how many have you given out, Ryan?
1.
Okay. What's your second prop?
Patrick Mahomes over 27.5 rushing yards.
Yes, co-signing this one.
System plays. I got a couple on the card this week, and I guess at this point, I think you just play as long as the quarterback shows a willingness to run the ball against the Bills. I think you just play this blindly. Yeah,
Bills have allowed the most most rushing yards to the quarterback position, and the only times Mahomes is 5-3 to this over at 27.5. The only, or maybe if you got 27.5, might be even 6-2 because I think 6-2. Because against the Raiders he had 28, but you look at the only 2 games were kind of blowout game scripts against the Giants 2 yards and Ravens 5 yards. I don't think it's going to be a blowout game here, and Pacheco is out, and that's why he started running in the beginning. Was they had those injuries at running back? I think he's going to be running again.
The 27.5 that I referenced is my bookie.
Oh, great. And you use that promo code SGPN. Perfect reminder. Head over to mybookie.ag. Use that promo code SGPN. Get a up to a 500 bet back bonus over at mybookie.ag. Great way to get in on the action. Terms and conditions do apply. Mybookie.ag. Promo code SGPN. And like Ryan said, they got the prop builder is awesome. Highly recommend hitting that SGP. Tons of prop options, tons of ways to combine it and build some
I'm a degenerate
type plays, including ladders. Now, again, it does not say there's no ladder button over there, but if you go and click rush yards, receiving yards, and you can see all the different alternates, the reception ladders, love playing those over at mybookie.ag. Promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by No Vig. Who likes Vig? No one, of course, and that's the genesis for Novig. It's America's #1 sports prediction market, available in a ton of states, including California, Texas, Florida. And when you spend $5, you get $50 when you use our promo code SGPN. I just played Ollie Gordon earlier. Anytime touchdown, 4-1 over on Novig earlier, and they also have first touchdowns.
That's a great number.
It's a great number, great price. Knock on wood. I heard other people give it out, which I always get superstitious about. Hopefully they didn't jinx it. 35 plus states. Download the Novig app today and use that promo code SGPN.
All right, so we've each given out 2.
Well, 3 because I'm.
You're also on Mahomes. All right, so I have another quarterback rushing price.
Oh, okay. What are you doing?
Well, the Houston Texans. Their defense is very good. They get a pass rush.
Yep.
And for the most part, they have played quarterbacks that want nothing to do with running the football. So if you throw the quarterbacks that didn't necessarily show a willingness to run out, every other guy's gone over their number. Baker did, Cam Ward did, and last week even McCorkle Jones did. Bo Nix to get over 20.5 rushing yards seems very obvious. I mean, it's clearly part of the game plan at times. He'll have a couple designed ones, and a couple more that come off of scrambles.
What's his number at?
20.5 rushing yards.
Yeah,
you look at
that.
Well, I mean, look at what he's done this year. He's pulled out.
Now, to your point, Ryan, maybe you are getting a better price because the Texans have only allowed 86 rushing yards, but as you're saying,
but that's deceptive
against people who aren't looking to run.
They played Stafford, -2 yards. They played Trevor Lawrence in a game that he wanted nothing to do with running the ball for whatever reason. 2 for 9. Played against Cooper Rush, who didn't try to run the ball. Played against Sam Darnold, who didn't really. So yeah, I think it's a skewed number. I think when they've played, if you look at it through the lens of when they played. I mean, Mac Jones, Cam Ward, Baker Mayfield all went over their number.
Yeah, and those are guys who are looking.
Baker feels like the closest comp, obviously, but yeah, Bo Nix goes over his rushing 20.5 rushing yards.
Kramer, let's see, what do I want to do here? All right, rare. This is, maybe I'm crazy, but some projections I look at had this over. I think this is a fun way to play this game. Hopefully not too triggering to Packers fans who are always, we're a good team. Usually don't need to yell that if you're a good team, but Bryce Young over 191.5 passing yards. Now this could be a compliment to the Packers nation because game script wise, I think the Panthers will probably be playing from behind. I think they have a couple of okay matchups. As we know, the Packers aren't particularly good against the tight end. I think that could create some opportunities for them in the passing game. And again, 191.5 when they're averaging, allowing 229, even if we factor in Bryce Young kind of sucking, I still think 191.5 is way too low, especially with the spread being 13.5 points. That warrants some garbage yards that I think Bryce Young can take advantage of. So give me Bryce Young over 191.5.
There's a lot of ways you can get there. I mean, I think about the Cardinals game. Bryce Young went for 328 in that game.
Yes,
a lot of it was kind of garbage, but then the score looks like.
I mean, coming back in that second half, that was almost all garbage. Cardinals were up 21 points.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like it's a 5-point game, and it was.
Yeah, that final score was not accurate as to.
But that
Cardinals were involved in so many bad beats this year, both. Spread, total, survivor.
Yeah, just letting points
they're cursed.
Slip away. I mean, that Bryce Young passing yards is like a ladder potential to me. That's such a low number.
No, I mean, again, I'll look it up, but his price to throw for 300 yards is probably not that crazy.
All right, I'll give you one of the guys who I was in consideration for a ladder. We're going with Tugboat Tuten down there in Jacksonville.
You love your boy Tugboat.
This is just purely me thinking I'm getting ahead of the market.
Okay.
Now I'm surprised this number is so low, considering that there is a decent amount of chatter that, hey, if this is anything like the Bucky Irving situation last year, maybe this is the time. ETN hasn't been super efficient. The fantasy nerds hate inefficient running backs. And Tuten has been and has had a couple moments where it's like, okay, this is interesting. So it's only 20.5 rushing yards. So if I'm right and he gets 10 to 12 carries, like this is very obviously going to go way over. The ladder is in play. I'll probably play some sort of alt, maybe a 50, and then look at the 100. I didn't see that they were out yet. So, but we're going over the 20.5 rushing yards purely because I think he's going to see an uptick in volume. Seeing or hearing Liam Cohen talk about the offense, he said nothing explicitly, and it could have been only about Travis Hunter, but I got the sense that some of the young guys were going to be utilized a bit more. And so maybe I'm projecting into the situation.
Ryan's the new Coach Speak Index.
It's not that hard. You just click on the video link and watch it. I mean, it takes a little bit of time, but if you spent 10 minutes watching each coach, so I'm probably spending less than that because I'm watching at like 2.5 speed or something like that. But so let's say I'm spending 5 minutes.
Campbell at 2.5 speed.
5 minutes. Yeah, I'm probably spending 3 hours a week watching coaches' press conferences.
Wow. Okay.
Or listening to them. I mean, you can find the video, hit it, drive. You're driving into the car, listen to what the coach is saying. It's usually not very exciting.
Yeah.
But what it does save you is it removes any bullshit context that the aggregators constantly fuck up.
Yeah, they do like the data frame. Shout out to Reek in the chat saying, I got my aunt watching you guys now.
Oh, no.
Shout out to Reek's aunt.
Yeah.
What's up? Hats off to you.
Yeah, the kids are, I mean, we're now at an age, Sean, where people who are aging into watching us could have parents that are,
oh, okay. Yeah.
Our age. I'm just saying.
Ryan, I know you're a huge fan of this guy's game. Indianapolis Colts tight end, rookie tight end, Tyler Warren over 54.5 receiving yards. Steelers allow the most receiving yards per game to the tight end. Tyler Warren, huge part of the offense, even though 54.5 is a lot for a tight end. I don't think you can make this high enough. It's 5-3. And the only time or the unders that have hit have come in blowout game scripts. Like they need this guy as a big part of their offense. It's a lot of play action. It's a lot of Jonathan Taylor, and it's a lot of boot action to Tyler Warren. And Sykin draws up stuff for him.
Yeah, he is. I just saw like an alphas graph, they called it, but it was essentially like one axis was like percentage of first read, and the other axis was like air yards or something like that. And Tyler Warren, it was like Tyler Warren and Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
And so,
I mean, clearly to your point on that graph, they are like, he's kind of the lead receiver. I know, I saw Japan as Michael Pittman. I don't hate that. And Alec Pierce has done well, but to me, the consistency is there. The matchup is there. You're going to want to get Tyler Warren going. And he's a Penn State guy. He probably has a lot of fans there at Three Rivers Stadium.
You mentioned it. The Steelers have been pretty bad, like specifically bad to the tight end.
Look at what Tucker Kraft did.
Tucker Kraft just like, him.
He's on another level, but still,
I'd say there's some similarities there. I mean, if anything, Tyler
Warren's had a better rookie year than Tucker Kraft.
There are some draft pick blunders that are already obviously like, my God.
Now, is this just a way for you to crowbar in Jackson Dart compliments?
No, we're talking Warren, a guy. We're talking Warren and Loveland.
Oh, okay. Not going to mention Abdul Carter.
We're not talking Cam Ward and Jackson Dart.
All right.
Abdul Carter 3. That was.
I was just thinking a list of the quarterbacks Ryan has shit on a lot recently. It's like, oh wait, he was drafted 2 years ago. He was drafted last year. He's drafted this year.
What do you mean?
All the quarterbacks. The only quarterback you shit on that hasn't been drafted in the past 2 years is Jordan Love.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I'll have to do an inventory. You might be right.
Give me one guy. I mean, Rain, but you haven't even shit on him that much. You call him Rain. That's the only thing we do.
Dak has it's as annoying as it is. Dak
he's kind
of not done anything for us.
And this is a great spin. Whenever they talk about Dak MVP, I just lean into it. Wow, they're wasting Dak's greatest year of his career. So I just lead
because
into
they
it.
wanted some first round draft picks.
Yeah, well, it'll be great
Really
next
wanted
year
that
when
number 24.
When Dak has a shitty year and you got those draft picks, and maybe in 5 years you guys can be a playoff team. Cowboys
great.
suck. So awesome.
Great. Yeah, there are still pleasures in life. Jackson Dart and the Cowboys sucking, and the fact that I will say this, the Commanders being at the edge of a cliff. I'm starting to realize, put my feet up. Grab my popcorn.
We highlighted all the reasons. Hey, what Jaden Daniels did was seemingly unsustainable. The way he plays is conducive to not staying healthy as a quarterback. And their roster was incredibly old. Maybe Kingsbury's offense isn't perfect like it was last year. They had the fourth down percentage conversion was like insane. What was they like 23 out of 23?
They converted on. Third and fourth downs. They converted like 80%. It was an obviously ridiculous rate.
Yeah.
I
maybe they missed like one or two in the regular season.
The metaphor of him going to Thailand, discovering the perfect offense, much like he probably was enjoying the fruits of Thailand.
Yeah.
But over time, you probably grow tired of that lifestyle. And much like his time in Thailand, I think the perfect offense is, I really do. That was the beginning of the Kingsbury handicap for us. His offense has never finished, and they finished a season and we're like, whoa. And they did so because they had this like insane regression is coming conversion rates and everything else. And they were basically unstoppable because they were going to convert on you over 4 downs. And now that offense is turning back into what it is, which is generally what happens to the air raid in the NFL. It gets sorted out. And maybe Jaden Daniels, I saw someone, shout out to Reddit, another place to get great information about the NFL. This guy had a full thread of pictures of Jaden Daniels not smiling, not being happy around a football field.
Really? What do you think that's all about?
I think he's playing hurt. I think last year was fucking fun. Everything was great. He didn't get, everything worked out. And I think he's facing some adversity this year. And like I said, I think the offense is breaking down. Anyway, took a slight detour in the prop show to shit all over the Commanders too. How many props have you given out? 4?
Let's see. I think I've given out 5, but I do have another one.
All right. I have my 5th.
Okay. Give out your 5th round.
Sean, in years past, the interception markets have been my go-to, but they've made the prices so ridiculous for guys who you want to bet on. Like JJ McCarthy's like -190 this week. Come on. Geno Smith. I don't care who you like in this game. Geno Smith with that offensive line. They're going to have to pass the ball against the Jags, period. The Jags played a decent enough run defense. They're going to have to pass the ball. Geno Smith's -115, Sean, to throw an interception.
115?
-115.
Oh, because I was gonna the prop screen I was looking at, I thought said like -145.
No, -115.
-115. Wow.
Green book.
Okay.
2 games.
And what am I missing? I know the Jags have fallen off, but especially, or maybe not the past couple games, but they had a number of interceptions. They were leading the league up until recently.
You want to know my theory on this? I think it has something to do with them being the favorite. I think it has something to do with the model thinking that they're somehow going to get their running game going.
Wait, but the Raiders aren't the favorites.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Then ignore what I just said. I don't have an answer then.
Yeah. And going back to the Cliff Kingsbury thing, I think, you didn't watch the show White Lotus.
Hold on. -115 at Novig.
Oh, okay. Promo code SGPN.
That's crazy.
Kramer, the show White Lotus. There's some character there that is like staying in Thailand and goes completely off the rails.
Oh, no.
It would be Cliff Kingsbury Photoshop from the White Lotus Thailand guy. If anyone wants to send in that Photoshop, that would be amazing. And to
remember his draft room.
Yes. To Mike's point in the chat, Mike, our chat czar, he says it's -142 on DK.
Wow,
so again, highlighting why Novig has some really good prices. Promo code SGPN.
Yeah, and we flashed the pictures on the YouTube, but it is worth noting that if you if you're someone who is scared off by the prediction market, the user interface looks very similar to something you might have used before. Anyway, Geno, minus. So head over to Novig to get that minus 115.
No, it's very easy to use Novig, so highly recommend.
It's almost like riding a bicycle.
Yeah, you will not be out of sorts of like, wait, where do I find X, Y, or Z?
Oh, team A, team B.
Very easy navigation. It's super simplistic. Honestly, if you've ever used like a PPH site, it's almost like that because
they convert. I know that some of the anti-prediction market people talk about how hard it is to convert the odds because you're dealing in percentages. It turns out they do that for you.
Yeah, they have the odds. It's very easy.
It's converted to American. I mean, anyway.
Ryan,
Geno Smith over a half interception.
This guy has an awesome matchup. He's been a machine. I made the mistake of taking his under yards a couple weeks ago. Never doing that again. But his over receiving yards or his just yardage total set at 96.5 JSN. I think he has a great matchup against Commanders. I mean, as much as I think he's going to get 100 receiving yards, it's kind of crazy to take an over that high. And you said, hey, why not just take him to get in the end zone, which I like that. And his anytime touchdown price is plus 105. There's a world where maybe Seattle gets up and they just want to salt it away with Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker. So he's had a touchdown in 4 out of his last 5 games. We know Sam Darnold and the Seahawks do a little bit better on the road for whatever reason. This Commanders secondary and passing defense in general cannot stop anyone. You saw what Mahomes did to him. You saw what the Cowboys did to him. JSN to get in the end zone plus 105. Let's go.
Yeah, I think. They're also kind of one of these teams like the Colts that's passing to run the ball. Like they're passing to get the lead, running the ball to hold the lead, and so that kind of doesn't hurt. You don't have to be too worried about that because they're going to be aggressive for a period. And also, I think if you're playing like underdog with JSN, I'd be very curious to know what his targets number is going to be because he's running hot. I think it's like 13, 14, 14 the last 3.
We did cash our underdog entry last week in part because of Jamar Chase higher. What was it? 11.5 targets,
10.5 targets. He had 11. So just got in there. We came. Yeah, we almost screwed that. We almost fumbled that bag. I'm gonna play the anytime on JSN as well. This week I'll be playing a fair amount of any times, but his is one of them.
Ryan, let's speaking of underdog, let's put together a little underdog pick'em entry. Of course, use that promo code SGPN. Sign up, get in on the pick'em. Lots of new features always dropping. If you haven't been on underdog in a while, fire it up. You might be surprised what's available for you to get down on. Use that promo code SGPN, and of course, spend $5, get $100 in bonus funds. Only when you use our promo code, so they know we sent you. Kramer, what do you like here for your underdog entry?
It's only 9.5 targets for JSN.
Do we play?
Is that crazy? Or is that getting cute?
I guess my concern is that if they get up.
What do you mean? Like, it's a 3-point spread. They're on the road. The team they're playing has a leaky defense and if anything, the offense maybe plays well.
Okay, so wait,
but all right, we can skip it though.
It's 9.5 targets.
That's one way we can play it. Okay. Maybe if what you're saying is true, maybe we drop it and we play the first half numbers.
So
45.5 receiving yards, 3.5 receptions. We could play a first half TD.
Let's just let's just stay hot in the targets market. Give us higher 9.5 targets. All right, I like that. We both like Showtime Mahomes. Do we put the rushing yards in there?
Yeah. What's the underdog projection?
28.5. So 1 yard difference. Hopefully this isn't a Mariota situation. Comes back to snake us.
We could go 4.5 attempts. Also, that gives us kneel downs at the end.
Okay. Do you want to do 4.5 attempts?
I don't mind that.
All right. I like that. So Mahomes higher 4.5 attempts, JSN higher 9.5 targets. Do we have one more in us, Ryan?
I think so.
Do we put in, let's just put Fairbairn in here for CJ's honor.
Do they have it?
Yes.
They do?
Yeah, they have higher. It's a little.
Oh, that's fine.
It's a little less than the full multiplier, but it's. Oh wait, I almost hit extra points made. No.
I did too. Wow.
Yes, make sure you click the higher 1.5 field goals made for Kaimi Fairbairn.
Ooh.
Higher 4.5 rush attempts for Patrick Mahomes, and higher 9.5 targets for JSN. $100 entry returns you 390. But Ryan, I got a profit boost in here.
I got a 40% boost.
So do I. I'm gonna strap the rocket to it right now, and that knocks it up a nice little chunk there. Head over to Underdog Fantasy and use that promo code SGPN. That's Underdog Fantasy promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. You hear us giving out all these picks and props. Always, Rhythm is a part of my research process. Always like using Rhythm. Ryan, this is one I was I saw that caught my eye that I agree with Rhythm. Under 31.5 rush yards for Drake May. I know he's been running a bunch, but game flow wise, Atlanta pretty decent against the running quarterback. That's a fun one that they have here as one of their smart signals.
I'll tease it because I like to give it out on the Beeson show, but Atlanta to score a defensive touchdown will be in the round robin.
So take Rhythm likes under 31.5 Drake May rushing yards, and of course use that promo code SGPN25 with Rhythm. You can build your models in there, and you can, if you track your picks in there with the models that you build, you have a chance to win $1,000 every week. You can do college or pros, and it's free to play. So lots of ways to get in on the action. Download the Rhythm app today. Use our promo code SGPN25. Kramer, what are we doing for ladders? I gave it out as a single. I've discussed it on the pick show, but Bijan Robinson receiving yards, ladder it to the moon. He's had 200-yard receiving games already this season. 60 receiving yards is plus 307. 70 is 478. 80 is 720. 90 is 11-1. 100 16 to 1.
Do they have the most like the weekend bets open?
I don't think they have those yet, but tune in for the pregame show. I might be playing Bijan to have the most receiving yards for the Sunday, because that is a super fun way to get some exposure for a guy that I think is could have 100 receiving yards at 16 to 1. He's already done that twice. This is a very favorable matchup, and they need to get him involved. They're not going to be able to run the ball with him, and he's coming off a bad game. Like it checks so many of the boxes here for me. So ladder it up, Bijan, baby.
What do you think his price would be? Like, have you looked at previous week's markets and seen what Bijan was?
What his other 100-yard games?
No. What his like most receiving yards on the weekend?
I would say, since it's a running back right there, that's not Christian McCaffrey, they still would probably make him like 40 to 1. I think.
Yeah, I would imagine. I mean, where it is having a receiving yards total of 37 puts you against all players. It's not, that's
probably even higher,
decent.
Maybe even like 75 to 1.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try and find this, Ryan.
We should maybe harass Benson, see if you get him to put it up early.
Well, yeah, they do. I feel like they do most receiving yards, I'm trying to think most receiving, most rushing.
They have those markets for sure.
Okay,
because I feel like I've bet into those markets before. Anyway, my ladder.
Yep.
We were talking about the Packers against the tight end earlier, and they've given up some games. Now they did all right last week against the Steelers, but Trey McBride had 10 for 74 against them. The week before that, 8 catches to the tight ends, not a ton of yards, but 8 catches. Week before that, the Cowboys had 9 receptions, 8 before that. Point being, they've given up a lot of catches to the tight end. In walks the Panthers and Jatavian Sanders.
Ooh, okay.
Well, I first was like this. Let me look at the receiving yards. Let me look at what Jatavian Sanders has been up to. And well, he had a 7 catch game earlier this season, and that immediately perked me up because I knew his catch prop was probably going to be something like a very, very juiced 1.5 or 2.5 with plus odds to the over. It's 2.5 with plus odds to the over. 2.5 is plus 125. That's the base level. Now he's already done that twice this year. Once against the Bills last week. And like I said earlier this year against the Cardinals in a game that could very much resemble what this game would be, which is some comeback in garbage time where he had 7 catches on 9 targets for 54 yards, Sean. 3 catches or more is 1 plus 125, 4 plus 280, 5 plus 600. The catch props really get crazy. 6 plus 1350, 7 catches, just like he had against the Cardinals in that game that be very similar to this one against a team that's not very good against the tight end, gives up a ton of catches every week. 27-1, Sean. 27-1.
Wow.
That's like, I'm like CJ, the fact that they're offering these numbers so high,
it's crazy. And
well, in the place, my bookie's not opened yet with these numbers, but they will certainly let me go even further.
Oh yeah, they're great about letting you take it to the edge. And Tej in the chat, yes, Tej, I am on Mitchell Evans anytime TD. Novig had it at 13-1, so I already got my daily sprinkle there or weekly sprinkle on Mitchell Evans to get in the end zone. He's going to get another one. He's going to get another one.
I hope for your sake that he finds the end zone.
So do I. That's why I keep playing it. All right, Ryan, time for
I'm a degenerate.
Degen Parlay. I'm going to start with this is a classic 2x4, aka 2 guys to score a total of 4 touchdowns. And
people like this bit.
Yeah, 2 guys each scoring 2 touchdowns for a combined 4 touchdowns. 2x4. George Kittle to get in the end zone twice. We just saw Dallas Goedert get 2 TDs against this Giants team. They are banged up in the secondary in the back end. Kittle is going to eat. They got him going in the passing game last week against the Texans, got in the end zone. George Kittle, 2 TDs. And then what about our boy? You know him, you love him.
I'm listening.
Showtime Mahomes.
The Bills are not good against mobile quarterbacks.
What?
Patrick Mahomes, 2 TDs. George Kittle, 2 TDs. Kramer,
say it.
What do you think that price is?
80-1.
Higher, Bob.
120-1.
You know what? In our pre-show meeting, I pretended like you nailed it exactly with 120-1 because I wanted to highlight how wrong you were when we did the real show. 370-1, Ryan. Oh, wow. Can you believe that?
I might have miscalculated what Mahomes' 2 touchdown price was going to be.
I mean, it's like 35 to 30-1 ish, which is crazy because last year there were times he was 100-1 for 2 TDs and he got in at that price.
I mean, good luck.
Thank you.
It does seem like he's going to be using his legs.
Yeah. Especially no Pacheco.
I mean, he's going to have a new play.
Now, maybe it's something super boring like Kareem Hunt, but hopefully
he's going to have a new play, right? He's going to do like a behind the no look,
little just fake jump pass.
Woo! Look at me.
I like how your Mahomes sounds like Mickey Mouse.
You Mahomes or Jackson Dart starting a franchise today. Who are you taking?
I'll go Patrick Mahomes. All right. Yeah, I mean you're kind of joking there.
I'll probably agree with you. Probably agree with you there.
Is there okay?
Yeah, no, that's probably the right choice.
Jaden Daniels of Jackson Dart.
Oh no, that's not. It's,
okay,
it's already over. I want a durable guy.
All right.
I don't want a little skinny little wimp.
Jordan Love or Jackson Dart?
Is that a serious question?
Yeah,
Jackson Dart.
Packers fans at Kramer Centric, send in your regards. Yeah. Jared Goff or Jackson Dart?
He's had a great career, but starting the franchise now, he's a bit on the old side. Give me Jackson Dart.
Kyler Murray or Jackson
Dart?
Come on,
that's easy. Kyler Murray, get out of here. He's like Kyler Murray would have been perfect for the midget.
Trevor Lawrence or Jackson Dart? Now this is going to be. I'm putting you in a pickle here.
It's probably Jackson Dart. Trevor Lawrence clearly has the yips.
Wow. All right. As long as you're willing to bash Trevor Lawrence on air.
Well, compared to Josh
Allen or Jackson Dart, basically the same guy at this point.
I don't know. Josh Allen's probably the right choice there.
He has some turnover issues.
Yeah, I don't know. He's got that. He's been just hanging out with his girlfriend all.
Oh, week. Japan with the great all-time question: Jackson Dart or Eli Manning?
Like Eli right now or Eli at the beginning of his career?
you love watching some Eli. Eli at his beginning of his career, Jackson Dart right now. But you're not guaranteed the 2 Super Bowls. It's Eli Manning, time machine starting all over again. You don't know, and it's on the same Giants roster. So you don't get a benefit from the Giants defense. You don't get Tom Coughlin.
Jackson Dart's pretty awesome. But I'd probably still Eli for now. We're only 5 games in.
Okay.
But 2 very good quarterbacks from Ole Miss.
Yes. Shout out to Ole Miss legend AJ Brown. Okay, Kramer, what's your Degen parlay?
Well, so as you know, digging around, seeing what these coaches are up to, what they're talking about. There were some players mentioned this week. And I'll start with one that isn't this week. It's next week. So this is put this one down in pencil.
Okay.
The Brown, Stefanski, Jerry Jeudy needs to be more involved in the offense. So that's probably one to look at next week.
Oh, your boy Dylan Gabriel will get him the ball.
If it's Dylan Gabriel, we'll see. Stefanski has a lot to think about in the off week. I decided we're going to go with a nice little player, anytime round robin. I recommend the way I'm going to play it is I'm going to play all of these by themselves as 2s and as a 4-leg parlay. First one. And again, the theme here is all players that the coaches are talking about needing to be more involved in the offense. Taysom Hill. We talked about this before the show. Kellen Moore was asked why Taysom Hill didn't really get involved in the last game. And he basically said, yeah, that's my bad. We have a lot of plays for him. I don't know why I didn't call him. We didn't get in the red zone, and that was part of the reason. But we got to get to these plays. We got to give him plays. He means a lot to this offense. He's 4-1.
Yeah, I like him as on his own too.
That's a tremendous price. We've been tracking this, right? It was plus 185 3 weeks ago. Then it was plus 240. Now it's 4-1. Okay.
Well, and the thing is too, part of the formula is the spread. But I mean, these guys, he can easily get in garbage time.
Listen, they don't have. I mean, their running backs, both Kamara and Devin Neal, are banged up. This is made for him. They're going to get near the red zone, and they're starting Tyler Shuck, which means guess what? Taysom Hill is going to have full packages. He's going to throw some passes. He's going to have some opportunities. So him to score a touchdown at 4-1 is silly. If they get inside the 5, I'll bet you right now, whatever I have in my, I've got like a nice sized wager that if they get inside the 10-yard line, Taysom Hill's coming off the bench.
100%.
4-1. All right, another guy. Zach Robinson, offensive coordinator for the Falcons. Yep. When asked about the offense and things that need to change, he said, well, the good news is I expect Darnell Mooney to start looking like Darnell Mooney again this week.
Yeah, he's finally healthy, right?
Basically talked about, he's been dealing with some stuff. He feels good. It's his job to get him the ball. And that's all I needed to hear. So the idea that Darnell Mooney gets in the end zone plus 235, like that. Dan Campbell on the mic would not say who, just like he wouldn't say who before the season when he was referring to Jamison Williams in terms of players that need to get going. And this is one I think the aggregators got wrong. I saw some aggregators referring to this as though Dan Campbell was like scoldingly saying he's got to get going. The comment was actually that the offensive staff needs to get him going. And we've seen some games where Jared Goff has tried to get him going and it's just been horribly inaccurate down the field. I think we're going to see some more volume going Jamo's way. I am. While the close your eyes special says to take the Vikings here, I do think there's going to be a couple points scored.
Oh yeah,
Jameson Williams plus 185. By the way, his yards is only like 44.5. And the last leg, and this is the leg that makes this go boom. $100 on the 4 leg is going to pay $38,090. Sean.
Oh my God.
We just talked about him in the ladder segment. Ja'Tavion Sanders to score a touchdown against the Green Bay Packers is 7-1.
What if I told you Mitchell Evans is 13-1?
I know you like Mitchell Evans. I'm not putting him in this parlay.
All right.
Ja'Tavion Sanders is 7-1.
That's a good price.
So those 4 guys, and again the staff. This time Canales in the same. So after saying that basically Bryce Young is going to be the guy, he talked about the idea that they need to. Again, the offensive staff, they need to get the tight ends going. So maybe he was referring to Mitchell Evans. Maybe he was referring to Ja'Tavion
young guy.
Sanders.
Give him a good look.
Oh, they're both young guys. Yeah, so 7-1 for the starting tight end seemed bonkers. And I will be doing a 7 catch and a touchdown scaffolding parlay. Might as well.
There you go, Ryan. So wait, remind people, what is that all? What does it pay? And you're just doing each.
So
touchdown?
So the anytime touchdown round robin, I have them each by themselves.
Okay.
I have them in the 2s, so 6 bets.
Okay.
And then I have the 4 leg. So
no 3 legs.
No 3 legs.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Fun times.
Skipping a leg,
Yeah. All right. I hear you. Hey, Kramer, we got, I was going to say, normally we were plugging our VSiN show, but we have a bonus podcast for you coming up tonight after Thursday Night Football. We're doing a late night college basketball picks episode with Colby Dan, aka Pick Dundee.
Like super excited.
I'm excited. College basketball's back. Super fun to get in on the regular season is for the true. I mean, March Madness is obviously super fun, but as far as like gambling wise, you can much better opportunities in the regular season.
So for whatever reason, I was, and I'll tell this again on the college basketball, but the wife was looking at the calendar or my calendar. I share my calendar with her.
Yeah.
And she's like, she's like, what is this? And it's a reminder that says no more than 3 bets a day. Early college basketball. I must have had a bad start to the season last year. Gotten pissed. Well, during football season, I don't like when you have cluttering, conflicting bullshit in the way. So just like college football, I put a limiter on the college football action. I'm doing the same for college basketball.
Yeah, check out our college football picks podcast. Check out our bonus Breeders' Cup podcast with our buddy Randy Moss and Chase, aka the Wolf of Oaklawn. Of course, if you're looking to get in on the Breeders' Cup, the #1 stbet.com, promo code SGPN, $250 sign up bonus going your way. All right, Kramer, we'll be back in 5-6 hours ish, and until then.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the money green. He's Ryan.
We'll see CJ next week, hopefully.
Kramer, let it ride.